Yeah, I can give it a try. I started in '73 with Kyokushinkai, spent a couple of years, and then there was a big of trouble in the organization with Kyokushinkai, so we split. We made an open style, Budo all style karate, and I got my black belt and Danish championship, and I was really outgoing because I got my black belt. I won the Danish championship in traditional karate, in semi-contact karate. I was a heck of a guy, and I want to move on. But the problem in our open style was there was no page for knee down. There was only a shoot down page. There was no knee down and sound down page. And it bothered me a little bit, and I asked my instructor back then, Tobbe Vandorf, and he said, well, yeah, keep training harder and harder, keep maybe breaking, instead of 2 bricks, you break 3 bricks. And we beat up each other pretty hard, and we got big knuckles and toes, but I could even see back then, being in the late 20s, there was no future in training like that. I had to be more technical, and I have to involve myself in more knowledge about anatomy, because meniscus, different parts of my body was falling apart even at that young age. So it was kind of a coincidence, because I was on the national team at that time. The national coach was Peter Trapsky from Germany. He was from Daytona. He was visiting at Mike Foster, Daytona Beach. He came over to Denmark in '78, visited, I think it was Henning or one of these, Henning Christensen, of these guys in northern Jutland. I asked Torben, let's go up there, see this American guy. And we went up there, and he did a heck of a performance, because I looked up to my instructor was Torben Vandorf, and also there was a Jan Lauwen, a pretty big bad Kyokushinkai guy from back then, and he just pulled them by the nose. I mean, it was on one hand terrible, but on another hand very impressive. At least I was more impressed than offended what they did to my teacher. So I thought, Mike Foster, that was very interesting. That was a Yosakai stylist back then, and can I come and see you? I think it was in the fall, and he said, of course you can. I live in Daytona Beach, give me a call, and you're more than welcome. So half a year later, I had saved up money, and I left in February '79, visited Mike Foster. I spent a heck of a good time there. I beat up a lot of Americans, and they beat me up, and we had a great time for 3 months. And that was my introduction to the States in a very, very positive way. There was a nice dialogue, a lot of bodies to beat on and get beaten up, and there was no limit. And I was competing in a lot of tournaments, and after 3 months I went to Miami, and he told me there was a guy down in Miami that was taking over the championship in heavyweight, Ridgely Abel. Go and see that guy. I think you will match. And I think he was right, because we matched for more than, about 30 years. So he was my best friend over there. He was my teacher for 30 years. And then he died, unfortunately, in 2009. But that was a really great relationship I had with Hanji Abel back then. So until the very end too. So that was the beginning of the States. And after that, since '79, I've been over there, I think, a little more than 50 times. So it's been a lot. Long trips, and it's my second life over there, I would say that more or less. So it's been big, really big. Still is.